In an age dominated by reason, empirical evidence, and scientific inquiry, the concept of faith often appears as an anachronism, a relic of a bygone era. Yet within the heart of this seeming paradox lies one of the most profound and enduring philosophical explorations: Soren Kierkegaard's leap of faith. This concept challenges us to transcend the limitations of reason and embrace the mysteries of existence through a deeply personal and subjective act of faith. Kierkegaard, a 19th century Danish philosopher, crafted this idea as a response to the growing secularism and rationalism of his time, offering a unique perspective on the human condition, faith, and the divine. In this article, we will embark on a 12,000-word journey into the depths of Kierkegaard's philosophy, exploring the nuances, implications, and transformative power of the leap of faith. The context of Kierkegaard's philosophy. The intellectual climate of the 19th century. The 19th century was a period of great intellectual upheaval. The Enlightenment had ushered in an era of reason and scientific inquiry, emphasizing the power of human intellect to understand and master the world. Philosophers like Immanuel Kant and Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel dominated the landscape, advancing complex systems of thought that sought to encompass all of reality within rational frameworks. Amidst this intellectual fervor, traditional religious beliefs were increasingly questioned and scrutinized. Kierkegaard's reaction to Hegelianism. Kierkegaard's philosophy emerged as a reaction against the prevailing Hegelianism of his time. Hegel's dialectical method and his system of absolute idealism posited that reality could be comprehensively understood through a rational process of thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Kierkegaard found this approach deeply unsatisfying, as it seemed to overlook the individual's subjective experience and the inherent paradoxes of human existence. Kierkegaard's philosophy was thus a rebellion against the reduction of human life to rational categories. He sought to reassert the importance of individual experience, passion, and the existential dimensions of faith. His writings, characterized by their poetic and often pseudonymous style, aimed to provoke reflection and challenge the complacency of his contemporaries. The stages on life's way. The aesthetic stage. Kierkegaard outlined 3 stages of life, each representing a different approach to existence. The first stage, the aesthetic stage, is characterized by the pursuit of pleasure, beauty, and sensory experiences. Individuals in this stage live for the moment, seeking to maximize their enjoyment and avoid boredom. While this hedonistic lifestyle can provide temporary satisfaction, it ultimately leads to despair and a sense of meaninglessness. The aesthetic stage is depicted through characters like Johannes in The Seducer's Diary, who exemplifies the pursuit of aesthetic pleasure at the expense of deeper commitments. Kierkegaard critiques this stage as ultimately unfulfilling, as it lacks a sense of purpose and fails to address the deeper questions of existence. The ethical stage. The second stage, the ethical stage, represents a shift towards moral responsibility and commitment. Individuals in this stage begin to recognize the importance of duty, societal norms, and ethical principles. They strive to live a life of integrity and purpose, adhering to moral standards and taking responsibility for their actions. Kierkegaard illustrates this stage through the character of Judge William in Either Or, who advocates for the ethical life as a means of achieving true fulfillment. However, while the ethical stage offers a higher sense of purpose than the aesthetic stage, it still falls short of providing ultimate meaning. The ethical life, bound by finite human understanding and societal conventions, cannot fully address the infinite and transcendent aspects of existence. The religious stage. The final and highest stage in Kierkegaard's philosophy is the religious stage. This stage involves a profound encounter with the divine, characterized by faith, paradox, and the acceptance of the absurd. Individuals in the religious stage confront the limitations of human reason and embrace the mysteries of existence through a leap of faith. Kierkegaard's exploration of the religious stage is deeply personal and subjective. It is in this stage that the leap of faith occurs, a commitment to belief that transcends rationality and ethical norms. The religious stage represents a radical transformation of the self, as individuals surrender to a higher power and embrace the uncertainties of faith. The leap of faith. Defining the leap of faith. The leap of faith is the cornerstone of Kierkegaard's religious philosophy. It refers to the act of believing in something without empirical evidence or rational proof. For Kierkegaard, faith is not a matter of intellectual assent or logical deduction, but a deeply personal and existential commitment. It requires a kind of existential risk, a willingness to embrace uncertainty and paradox. Abraham and the leap of faith. One of the most famous illustrations of the leap of faith is Kierkegaard's retelling of the biblical story of Abraham in fear and trembling. Abraham is commanded by God to sacrifice his son Isaac, an act that defies ethical norms and rational understanding. Despite the apparent absurdity and moral conflict, Abraham proceeds out of faith, trusting in God's will. Kierkegaard uses this story to highlight the tension between faith and reason. Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son represents a radical commitment to the divine, one that transcends ethical considerations and rational explanation. This act, for Kierkegaard, exemplifies the leap of faith, a decision to trust in the divine despite the absence of empirical evidence or rational justification. The absurd and the paradox. Kierkegaard often described faith as a paradox and an encounter with the absurd. The idea of the infinite, the eternal, and the divine transcends human comprehension and rationality. To take the leap of faith is to embrace this paradox, acknowledging that true faith involves a kind of existential surrender. The absurd, in Kierkegaard's view, is the recognition that human reason cannot fully grasp the divine or the mysteries of existence. Faith, therefore, requires a willingness to accept the limitations of human understanding and to embrace the uncertainties of life. Existential choice and personal responsibility. Existential choice. Central to Kierkegaard's philosophy is the concept of choice. The leap of faith is an existential choice, a decision to commit oneself to something greater than reason or societal norms. It is a choice that involves risk, uncertainty, and a confrontation with one's own limitations. Kierkegaard believed that the act of choosing is fundamental to human existence. Our choices define who we are and shape our lives. The leap of faith is the most profound choice an individual can make, as it involves a commitment to the divine and a willingness to embrace the paradoxes of faith. Personal responsibility. Kierkegaard's emphasis on choice is closely linked to his views on personal responsibility. He argued that each individual is responsible for their own existence and their own faith. Faith cannot be handed down through tradition or arrived at through communal consensus. Each person must make their own leap, facing the existential angst and uncertainty that accompanies true belief. This emphasis on personal responsibility underscores Kierkegaard's broader existentialist themes. He rejected the idea that individuals could find meaning and purpose through external authorities or societal norms. Instead, he argued that true meaning could only be found through an inward journey of faith and self-discovery. The transformative power of the leap of faith. The crisis of modernity. Kierkegaard's exploration of the leap of faith was a response to the crisis of modernity. In an age where traditional religious beliefs were increasingly questioned and reason and science were elevated to supreme authorities, Kierkegaard sought to reassert the importance of faith and the individual's relationship with the divine. He saw the modern world as characterized by despair and alienation, as people grappled with the loss of traditional certainties and the limitations of reason. The leap of faith, for Kierkegaard, was a way to address this existential crisis, a path to a deeper, more authentic existence. The individual and the divine. The leap of faith represents a transformative encounter between the individual and the divine. It involves a radical shift in perspective as individuals move beyond the limitations of reason and ethical norms to embrace a higher, transcendent reality. This transformation is deeply personal and subjective. It cannot be fully articulated or understood through rational discourse. Instead, it is experienced through the inward journey of faith, as individuals confront the mysteries of existence and the paradoxes of the divine. Faith and authenticity. Kierkegaard believed that the leap of faith was essential for achieving true authenticity. In an age where individuals are often defined by external authorities and societal norms, faith offers a path to a more authentic and meaningful existence. By embracing the uncertainties of faith, individuals can find a deeper sense of purpose and connection to the divine. This authenticity is not about conforming to external standards or achieving worldly success. Instead, it is about living in accordance with one's deepest convictions and embracing the mysteries of existence. The leap of faith, therefore, represents a path to a more authentic and fulfilling life. The relevance of the leap of faith today. Faith in a secular age. In the contemporary world, the concept of faith is often viewed with skepticism. The rise of secularism and the dominance of scientific and rational inquiry have led many to question the role of faith in modern life. Yet, Kierkegaard's leap of faith remains profoundly relevant, offering insights into the nature of belief and the human condition. In a secular age, the leap of faith challenges us to reconsider the role of belief in our lives. It invites us to explore the depths of our own existence, confronting the paradoxes and uncertainties that define the human condition. By embracing the leap of faith, we can open ourselves to a profound and deeply personal experience of the divine, one that transcends the limitations of rational thought and ethical norms. The role of doubt and uncertainty. Kierkegaard's leap of faith also highlights the importance of doubt and uncertainty in the journey of faith. Rather than viewing doubt as a failure or weakness, Kierkegaard saw it as an integral part of the process of faith. Doubt forces us to confront the limitations of our understanding and to grapple with the mysteries of existence. In this way, doubt becomes a catalyst for deeper reflection and growth. The leap of faith is not about achieving certainty or eliminating doubt, but about embracing the uncertainties of life and finding meaning within them. This perspective offers a more nuanced and compassionate approach to faith, one that acknowledges the complexities and struggles of the human experience. Faith and community. While Kierkegaard emphasized the personal and subjective nature of faith, he also recognized the importance of community. The leap of faith is an individual journey, but it is one that can be supported and enriched by the presence of others. Communities of faith can provide a space for individuals to share their experiences, offer support, and explore the mysteries of existence together. In a world where individuals often feel isolated and disconnected, the communal aspect of faith can offer a sense of belonging and purpose. By coming together in a spirit of openness and compassion, communities of faith can help individuals navigate the uncertainties of life and deepen their connection to the divine. Søren Kierkegaard's leap of faith challenges us to transcend the limitations of reason and embrace the mysteries of existence through a deeply personal and subjective act of faith. In an age dominated by rationality and empirical evidence, the leap of faith offers a path to a more authentic and meaningful life. It invites us to explore the depths of our own existence, confront the paradoxes and uncertainties that define the human condition, and find a profound connection to the divine. By embracing the leap of faith, we can open ourselves to a transformative encounter with the divine, one that transcends the limitations of rational thought and ethical norms. This journey is deeply personal and subjective, requiring a willingness to embrace uncertainty and to trust in something greater than ourselves. Yet it is also a journey that can be supported and enriched by the presence of others as we come together in communities of faith to share our experiences and explore the mysteries of existence. In the end, the leap of faith is not about achieving certainty or eliminating doubt, but about embracing the uncertainties of life and finding meaning within them. It is a path to a more authentic and fulfilling existence, one that recognizes the importance of personal responsibility, existential choice, and the transformative power of faith. As we navigate the complexities and struggles of the human experience, Kierkegaard's leap of faith offers a timeless and deeply relevant perspective on the nature of belief and the journey of life.